Hey, all right, everybody. So I'm here with Joseph Wright, and Joseph, you may have done multiple transactions together. You have helped many of my clients get a mortgage to get into their homes. Over the last 6 weeks, you've kind of taken a hiatus. What's happened in the last 6 weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. So thanks so much, Bill, for allowing me to join you on this interview. So yeah, over the last 6 weeks, I've actually left my current employer that I was with in the mortgage industry, and we actually launched Radiant Home Loans just a couple weeks ago right here in Pace, Florida.
Okay, all right. So what's the benefit? Why go and launch that?
Absolutely. So Radiant Home Loans, we're actually partnered with Nexa Mortgage, and so what that brings to us is we have the ability to have super fast closings. We're actually partnered with over 180 different lenders, so basically we can find a product to put any client in just about for their situation. So
real quick, super fast. You and I, before we went on camera, were talking about you have a transaction, your first transaction with Radiant. Give us the process. Where are you now, and how long did it start?
Absolutely. So the transaction he specifically talked about, it was the very first transaction, the first sales contract that we received so far, and we got that on Tuesday around 12:30 in the afternoon. So between Tuesday and this morning at 9 o'clock, so in less than 36 hours.
And for those of you that are tuning in on a different day other than today, so Tuesday, today is Thursday.
Correct.
So there's 1 day between then and now.
Correct. In 36 hours, we got the sales contract, we reviewed it, we got all the disclosures out, got those e-signed, got the filing of processing did their review, processing got the documents they needed, we got it into underwriting, and we got a conditional approval in 36 hours.
So today is January 26th. This started January 24th.
Correct.
The year is 2023. So that's now. That's not years ago. That's not time in the future. That's now.
Correct.
Okay.
And even more so than the speed, we actually were able to lock this rate at 5.99%, which has been a long time since we've been in rates in those areas. So super excited about that as well.
Yeah. So I had been hearing a lot of people say, well, rates are 7.5%, 8.5%. So 5.99.
5.99%. I locked it yesterday at that rate.
And so the whole scare, I don't even want to look for a house right now because the interest rates are so high. Interest rates, good, decent interest rates are available.
Absolutely.
And we talked the other day on the phone. You have access to a grant program?
We do, yeah. So yeah, we actually have access to a grant program if you need down payment assistance, which is it will run through an FHA loan, but the grant will actually provide and pay for that 3.5% down payment that is required for that loan, and it is actually forgivable on day one. So if you needed to refinance a year or two down the road to get a better interest rate, you don't have to pay that money back. That grant is forgivable as soon as the loan closes. So it's a remarkable program to help somebody get into a home who just doesn't have that 3.5% down today.
So just to reiterate, that is basically gifted money, not borrowed money.
Exactly.
Okay.
It is actually a grant. There will not be a second mortgage attached to the property. It is actually a grant. It's gift money. It's not a loan.
All right. And is it just first-time home buyers, or
So it's first-time home buyers, which basically means that first-time home buyers, that you have not owned a house in 3 years. So if you were a homeowner 7 years ago, you are now a first-time homeowner. And in addition to that, if you are a law enforcement officer, if you are a nurse, if you are a teacher, if you are in a service-related industry, the first-time home buyer requirement is waived. So you can actually be a second-time homeowner if you were in a specific occupation.
That's I did not know about that. And the whole first-time home buyer thing, they need to that terminology needs to change. It's a not recent homeowner type deal.
Absolutely.
So when you're thinking about things like the first-time home buyer program, people tend to say, well, I've already owned a home. I haven't owned a home for a while now. I got divorced. I moved out of the country, whatever it is. So just because you've owned a home in the past does not mean you are not eligible for a quote-unquote first-time home buyer program. You are still eligible as long as it has been over 3 years. And I am repeating this because it is an important statement. If you have not owned a home for 3 years or longer, you may be eligible for a first-time home buyer program. And Joseph, so you have some same contact information, new contact information. Start off, phone number, how can they get hold of you?
Absolutely. So phone number did not change, still 850-220-3654. And my new website that I've just launched here just in the last couple weeks is actually www.thefloridamortgageresource.com. thefloridamortgageresource.com.
And you want to throw your email out there?
Yeah, email address is jwright, so JWRIGHT @nexamortgage.com.
All right, that sounds great. And so there's a lot more information, a lot more knowledge that Joseph has in the mortgage world. I have very limited information so if you call me and ask me a question, I will give you the numbers that he just said. I will preface it. I will call, hey Joseph, Sally Sue is going to call you and ask information. I am not a mortgage specialist. I am a realtor. I will help you buy and sell a house. I will represent you in that. I do not buy and sell houses. I'm not an investor. I'm a real estate agent. I represent you on your journey to buy and sell a house. So I do what is in your best interest, and having a solid loan officer is in your best interest, because you need to know what you're going into. And if you need to get a hold of me, it's Bill Martin. You can get me at 850-380-5526. Bill, M as in Michael, .Martin at CB Realty, Coldwell Banker, Realty.com. Go to my website, healthyhomesale.com, and go to my YouTube channel, Healthy Home Sale.
One last thing, Bill. First off, thanks so much for having me. I do also want to put this out there. Obviously, utilizing a new company, a new lender in the area, I know assume some risks. I just want you to know that I pride myself on exceptional client experience. It's going to be a fantastic experience if you use me. And in addition to that, any loan that any loan that Bill and I do together that we close before April the 30th of this year, so over the next 90 days,
April 30th, 2023.
April 30th, 2023. In addition to that great experience and the low rates that you're going to get using me, I'm also going to be offering a lender credit to reimburse you for the appraisal fee that you have to pay to get that appraisal on the house, just as an added bonus to try Radiant Home Loans and to help get the word out about my new company.
And just for those who are wondering, that's about a $550 to $650 expense that you will get back at closing.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, Joseph, thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill.
All right. And we'll bring it back on camera here. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your day, week, month, year. And looking forward again, Bill M. Martin at cbrealty.com, healthyhomesale.com. And
Joseph Wright, Radiant Home Loans, www.thefloridamortgageresource.com, 850-220-3654.
And I just noticed I was covering up my name tag. It's probably backwards on here. But anyway, thanks for tuning in, and keep coming to the YouTube channel, Healthy Home Sale, and you're going to get more information about this, real estate, health, fitness, success, a lot of valuable information. And I'm going to get this guy to start his own YouTube channel too. So, all right, everybody, have a wonderful rest of your year.
Make it great.